That was a quick turnaround. Like I joined and left. If I'm not doing dungeons or raids, then I'm not doing much. Gotcha. I mean, the Shadowlands raids were awesome. And the Shadowlands dungeons were really cool. Actually, Shadowlands was just cool. I do kind of miss this simple talent tree, but I really like the new talent tree. I really like the choices that they give you and how you can mix everything. Let's see. You could go heals. The balanced druid could. I don't want to ask him to go healer though if you applied as DPS, and I took him as DPS. I did do some Mythic Plus at the beginning of Shadowlands as a DK, but that didn't go far since a few people I was playing with left. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Did you play Frost, Unholy, or Blood, Death Knight? Death Knights were super overpowered in Shadowlands. It was kind of awesome, actually. Blood? Yeah, Blood Death Knights were awesome in Shadowlands. I mean, Blood Death Knights are still awesome, but they were especially awesome in Shadowlands. That guy's going up and down the bridge, killing all the spiders. Maybe I should put healer on here. Oh. He just happened to apply right as we were fixing that. I'm the go-to tank player in my friends group. I mean, that's kind of awesome. How many tanks do you play? I only play the warrior and the Blood Death Knight. I'm working on the monk. The monk is almost leveled. And I've considered using a level boost on either the druid or the paladin. I just have not decided which one. How'd this guy get here so fast? I summoned him all quickly. My Discord is still doing the pinging thing. Oh, never mind. I forgot what it was. Okay. I've played them all at some point. Just how far I've gone with them varies. Gotcha. Okay, that's fair. Technically, my tiny tank, my warrior tank this season has not tanked more than like... I'd have to look at Raider.io, but I want to say 5s? Whereas my Blood Death Knight, I actually have 2 Blood Death Knights. One of my Blood Death Knights, he's tanking 8s, and the other Blood Death Knight, that's Lavenza, can tank all the way up to, I'd say 12 safely. I've been in a couple of 13s, but I haven't actually cleared them. So I would probably say 12 safely. Now, I did walk into a 12 the other day with Fire Act on. I was using Fire Act to try and kill the Mage Tower, because apparently the Mage Tower scales. I don't know, it scales everything down lower, so I brought Fire Act because I thought Fire Act does extra damage. And then I forgot I had Fire Act in, and I walked into a 12 key. Surprisingly, Fire Act actually still does a lot of damage. But you definitely should not take him into a 12 key. I don't remember if we cleared it though. I'd have to look back, but I'm pretty sure we did not. No, I don't think it's on a... Nice. One phased him. No, I did not. I got the Mage Tower guy down to 8%. Like, twice. But I can't get the kill. I keep getting thrown off the edge, which is avoidable. And I watched a couple of other people run through the fight, and it looks like the guy only does that knockback when he gets within melee range. Super easy, right? You just have to kite him. But I have not cleared it yet. I need to go back there. But I did take screenshots at 8% because I was like, I was dead. But 8% on the second phase. And it looks like it's only a 2-phase encounter, so it does look like he should die after the second phase. Guardian Druids is the tank I've done. Yeah, that's most of the videos are of Guardian Druids running through the Mage Tower. Nope. My bad, forgot to check the queue. But welcome to the raid, Blastoid. I mean for tanking in general. Oh, gotcha. Oh, gotcha. That's me. Hello, Jeff Side. And welcome to the stream. Also, welcome to today's community raid. Gotcha. So if I do level boost a druid, I'm gonna have to go through the Mage Tower with druid. Although, if it scales, does that mean I could bring a druid into the Mage Tower at like level 40? Is there any warlocks that can summon by chance? We will summon as soon as we get to the... We will summon as soon as we get to the boss. We do have a warlock, yes. You're welcome to Jeff's side. Thank you for coming to today's community raid. We just got the first boss done, so right now we're heading to the second boss. I think we are going to take it in phases, though we've tried to just Zerg it before and one phase it, but I feel like it's safer to just do it in phases. Checking the queue. Thank you for the gate. So I actually press the caps lock so often. I bound something to the caps lock. I bound Dustcrest to the caps lock, so now when I press caps lock, I'm actually pressing a cast. Because it was kind of funny, but when you're pressing caps lock all the time, it's not doing anything. It's kind of a waste of a button. So I put it on Dustcrest. That way, just in case I press it, I'm actually pressing a cast. Four. Mage doesn't want to go into group 6. There it goes. I don't know what kept pulling it back to group 5. Do I need to be blood or DPS spec? Yeah, DPS, please. We currently have a pug tank. RQ Pala. Kinda looks like it says RU Pala. Oops. Leveled all my tanks to 80, just in case for next season. Might have to level my monk now, though. Yeah, I've seen a lot of good things about monks next season. And Death Knights, and Paladins. Actually, there are a lot of tanks that supposedly are really good next season. Looking for any notes. Alright, we're gonna get rid of the heal. Just leave it like that. Done. Alright, so odds. Odds purple, evens blue. Okay. This is gonna be fine. You know what? We'll all be on blue. Moss doesn't stand a chance, says the hunter. Or I can go full bore and just play all my tanks next season. It's normal. Only way to run that now is Surrogate. Yeah, I mean... I think we're fine. I think we'll be able to Surrogate. I've seen it go really well, and I've seen it go really poorly with the Surrogating it. Just gotta fall into frontal and smash ads. Anything I need to know for this? Okay, so because we're Zerging it, just stay near the blue marker. It doesn't matter where you are as long as you're on this platform where we are currently. The boss is going to cast a frontal, and his frontal is going to put us all in another dimension. When we go into that next dimension, you're going to focus the ads. So he's casting his frontal right now, so stay in the frontal. Which sounds wrong, but that's actually what you have to do. Now, turn and focus the ads. The shield has to be broken on the Lost Watcher. Alright, now you just want to make sure that the red arrows stay off of the party. Don't bring the red arrows onto the party. And be careful with your red arrows that you're not going too far away from the healers either, because then you can go out of range of them. I'm totally gonna walk on the melee with my arrows. My bad. 50% left on the boss. So if you were running this normally, make sure you use a defensive in the frontal this time. If you were running this normally, then you would separate into two groups. One group would go down in the frontal the first time and defeat these ads, and then the second time, the second group would go down and defeat these ads. Because every time you go down, you actually get this gruesome disgorge dot, right? And this gruesome disgorge dot is going to tick for a lot of damage. You're also going to take increased damage from that dot every time you go down. So you want to make sure you just go down once. If this was heroic, there would be beams, and you would have to avoid the beams, but on normal difficulty, there are no beams that you have to worry about. Oh, run out of gore splatter. I forgot about gore splatter. Forgot this. The evoker forgot too. Crimson Rain, you want to use a defensive. Actually got a raid talent tree on this one. That's pretty much it for this fight on normal. On heroic, there's going to be beams, and there's going to be priority targets, so you have to kill the shield guy as quickly as possible, and then you have to keep the little ads from getting to the boss. Because if the little ads get to the boss, they actually explode and cast AoE damage on everybody. But on normal difficulty, they're dying so fast you don't have to worry about that. So now the next boss we are heading to, let me look really quick. We are heading to Silkran, Captain of the Saruki. So Silkran is a relatively easy fight. That one's going to be a little more complicated than this one. I'm going to put down markers and tell everybody to put the arrows on the markers. So basically there's going to be red arrows and blue arrows. If you have a red arrow, you want to go over by the markers because you're going to drop a ghost. And then this ghost can only be destroyed by the people with the blue arrows. So once the red arrows are gone and your ghost is on the floor, then the guys with the blue arrows going to come over and they're going to clear the ghost. The red arrows and the blue arrows are random though, so you don't know if you're going to have red or blue arrows. And then once the ghost is destroyed, they're actually going to drop blood on the floor, so it's going to look like purple blood stuff, like what we fought on the trash fights. You want to be careful not to stand in the blood stuff. And then we're going to place all of the ads to the right of the blood stuff. That way the blood stuff doesn't all stack and become a giant pool. The other thing on that fight is if we don't get all of the ads, then the boss is going to cast this cast called Sweep. Shattering Sweep. So what Shattering Sweep is going to do is Shattering Sweep is going to destroy any extra ads. Any ads that we did not kill during the first phase, right? And these ads, they're going to cast AoE damage when they're destroyed. And that can one-shot the party. I haven't seen it one-shot the party in a long time, but you want to make sure you're using defensive if there are any ghosts up during the sweep cast. My PC was froze 90% of the fight. Nice. That kind of makes sense. We all stacked on top of each other. Freedom. These guys say CE mains. So CE is actually the achievement you get for clearing the Heroic, not Heroic. CE is actually the achievement you get for clearing the Mythic Raid before the season ends. Like, while the Mythic Raid is current content. I've never gotten CE. But it's kind of cool. We're pulling this other guy too. Alright, on this trash, be careful of the shrill wings. Remember, if the shrill wings fly over you, they're gonna silence you. If the shrill wing is on you, you just want to kite it around. If it's not on you, you want to be careful not to stand underneath it. Except I'm using Abomination Limbs and pulling it on the melee. Next race to World's First is right around the corner. It is right around the corner. That's going to be awesome. We have 2 guys on the outside. I mean, the next raid looks like it's going to be awesome. Plus, there's a dinosaur mount in the next raid, which is going to be awesome. It's not a guaranteed drop, but there's a chance of it dropping. I'm kind of hoping it ends up being like how everybody got... I can't remember that other raid mount. Everybody got that red raid mount. Kind of hoping it's like that. I think it was Fyrak, but I don't remember. Yeah, race to World's First is always awesome, though. Countdown. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So this last weekend we had the Great Push, which they had some interesting routes they ran in there. Oh, I taunted too early. Red arrows on the markers. Okay, that was technically my bad. So you don't want to stand between the people with the red arrows and the... You don't want to stand between the people with the red arrows and the boss, because the people standing between the people with red arrows and the boss are also going to lose their souls. Blue arrows, you want to put the blue arrows over by the ghosts. The boss is going to shoot knives out towards those ghosts and destroy them. Now on normal difficulty, the blood does go away over time, so you don't have to worry about the blood on normal difficulty. On heroic difficulty, the blood does stick around. Hello, Great White Buffalo, and thank you for the follow. And also, welcome to the community. Today we're running our normal community raid. Do you have room for a healer? We do have room for a healer. We are currently in the queue. If you would like to join, just put a note. When you apply, just put a note, put Aweecrafty so I know it's you. Or you can put your gamer tag if you want. But we do actually have room for a healer. We actually need a healer. %9 left. Right. So we are on our way to the next boss, so as soon as we get to the next boss, we can set up a gate and summon. I'm Nanny Bear. I'm AOTC, but I've been away for a while. So getting back into things, and I'm working on a shaman. Well, shamans are awesome. I actually really like shaman healers generally. And shaman DPS. Except shaman DPS pull a lot of stuff in dungeons. But generally I like shaman healers. Let's get a gate real quick. Yeah, and there are no level requirements, there are no gear score requirements. You are free to join the community raids, the heroic or normal raids. I'm actually thinking we're gonna take this guy too. Just make us 22, make us an even number again. Hawkeyes. Take this guy too. So if you would like, we're not using the community Discord today, but if you like, we do have a community Discord. And it does give you the dates of our heroic and normal raids if you're getting back into the game. Oh. I don't know why I'm pulling trash. But yeah, now is a good time to get back into the game because next season is going to be awesome. And I think we still have a good month in this season. I want to say we have the rest of February for sure. Watch the brown circle. Frontal. Careful not to get pulled off the edge if the spider's on the edge. Have a hold of you. Okay, I just realized that the way I phrased it sounded like I said we're not using the community Discord right now, and then I said we post our raid updates there. I should say we're not on voice right now. Alright, careful with the boss. Alright, we're gonna try to reset the boss, but there's a web net that goes up, and a lot of time the party wipes. But that's alright, this is pretty normal. Who aggroed to me? Oh, he was not aggroed to me. I didn't have to jump off the cliff. I think we're gonna get a res, though. Yeah, they're resing. Caps lock and I. Did you do your time walking for this week? I have not done, or did I? Hold on, let me check my quest. I actually want to say I did do my time walking this week. Yeah, I actually did do my time walking this week. That's my fault. Yeah, no worries. This boss always gets pulled. Not used to playing something that could pull boss. That makes sense. That makes sense, actually. If you're used to running melee and then you run ranged... Actually, with my level, my hunter is leveled now. But I was leveling my hunter and I kept pulling stuff. Waiting on a hunter. Okay. Pulling in 5, 2, 1. Pulling the boss. So this is Rashanan. Same boss from the end of Dawnbreaker. Almost the same mechanics. So there's poison on the floor. Don't step on the poison on the floor. There's going to be webs on people. You want to run the webs out. Okay, it's like the same mechanics with bonus mechanics. Taunt boss. I think that was my taunt last time. 40% left on Rashanan. Spray, you want to use a defensive. Spray is just going to be AoE damage on the party. Green, you want to take the green out. Remember, you want the thin line towards the boss and the thick line away from the boss. That'll make the wave go so that it's away from the boss. Ads, bring the ads in. So if you have an arrow on your head, you want to bring those in. Webs out. Break the webs. Remember, when you break the webs are going to do AoE damage to your party. So you want to be careful with the webs. Don't... Like, if everybody's really low on health, don't break all the webs at the same time. Alright, if you are slower in the back of the pack, don't stop at the halfway point, just keep going to the end. That's normally where I am. I'm normally towards the back, so I just keep running all the way to the end. Alright, on normal difficulty, this is just going to be the same mechanics as the first phase. Run the webs out, make sure the green is on the correct side, and bring the ads in. On heroic difficulty, there's going to be a large circle that everybody has to stack in. Use a defensive. So if a green line is going over you, you're going to get a poison dot on you. You want to make sure that you're using a defensive if that green line ever goes over you. But on heroic difficulty, there is actually a large circle that you have to stack in. Leaves us over here. We're actually going to close all this stuff on the side. Oh, dang. I forgot. I just told him I'd invite him. Yeah, you can get an invite, but I don't remember. Shadow Remark 01. Shadow Remark. Shadow Remark. There it is. There we go. can't loot that? Ah, dang, because the door's open. I don't know what the achievement mount is. I still have not gotten the achievement mount for this raid. But I'm kind of hoping it's something really cool. I would guess it's probably going to be a mech. Because if it's like a flying spider mount this raid, and everything's about spiders. Well, next raid, it looks like there's going to be a lot of goblins, and a lot of explosions, and a lot of machinery, so I guess it's going to be a mech. But this season's current Keystone Master mount was a mech, and next season's Keystone Legend mount is also a mech with legs. Next season's Keystone Legend mount looks awesome. It has like spider legs, and it's a mech. Not missing out on this raid achievement mount. Have you gotten it already? It's kind of awesome looking. It's like a flying bug creature, but it's got ginormous eyes. I want to say it looks like a little pet shop. Yeah, you already got it. Maybe we're gonna have to run an achievement run one of these days. See, check for notes. No notes. Careful not to get pulled off the edge. As soon as this Royal Whisperer is dead, then I can go and start putting markers down for the next part. Alright, so we are going to set down our so we're gonna go red, orange, yellow, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. How to go over that in my head. It's like colors of the rainbow are. If you've ever watched the Wildcrats, they actually phrase it really well. Call it Roy G. Biv. Roy, red, orange, yellow. G, green. Biv, blue, indigo, violet. Yeah, once my guild gets heroic tier of the raid. And that's kind of awesome, actually. So once your guild gets the heroic tier down in one night, that's when you'll switch the achievement runs. Checking the queue. Alright, this is no longer fresh, so I'm gonna actually I'm gonna put at lockout. Right, no notes. Alright, really funny, but if you click the book in the fireplace that's in the back, it actually pulls you to the boss and one-shots you. If anybody ever tells you that book gives you a buff, they're definitely trying to get you to pull yourself to a boss. Pulls onto. If you get a purple circle, you want to make sure to go stand on a marker. The purple circle is going to drop a portal. And these portals in the next phase are going to pull us towards them. So right now all the portals are on the right side of the map, so we're going to want to run towards red. Run towards the red or orange marker. Just keep running because the portals are going to try to pull you in. Remember, if you do get pulled into the portal, you will most likely die. Watch the arrows. If you have an arrow on you, make sure you take it away from the raid. Watch the lines. Don't stand in any lines. You want to stand in the gaps in the lines. Okay, run towards yellow or green. %. Watch the arrows. Taunt boss. We actually have a lot of melee. I think that's why the portals are being placed weird. But if you place all the portals on the markers, you should be able to stand between the portals, and you'll be able to fight the boss without getting pulled into any one individual portal. Alright, Starless Night. So once the boss hits 100% energy, she's going to jump to the center and cast Starless Night. During the Starless Night phase, random players are going to get these lines on them. You want to make sure that if you do have a line, you don't move around a lot. Just try to stand relatively still because it's easier for the majority of people to get out of your line than it will be for you to get away from the majority of people. Your goal during the Starless Night phase is to get the boss down to 0% energy in the 22 seconds given by the timer. She has 10%. We're going to kill her right now. If you don't get the boss down to 0% energy within the timer limit, then the boss is going to fill the room with purple stuff, and she's going to start casting AoE damage repeatedly on the party. On heroic difficulty, there's going to be... We actually went through those phases too fast for me to explain all the phases. But on heroic difficulty, there's going to be cones cast in the room. And these cones, they're going to knock you back, and they're going to do a ton of damage to you. You want to make sure you do not stand in those cones if you are in here on heroic difficulty. Pinch my finger. Let's start kill streak for achievement. Really? That's one of the achievements? That's actually kind of funny. Alright, be careful with the stag beetles. Dang. Remember, you want to make sure that the stag beetles' backs are to the wall. If the stag beetles' backs are not to the wall, you're going to be flipped into the ditch. So be careful not to face the stag beetles towards the cliffs. You want their backs against the wall, not your back against the wall. I taunted the stag beetle that was flipping towards the cliff. That's how I died just now. You don't want to do that. Yeah, that's the achievement. That's kind of cool, actually. I kind of thought the achievement had something to do with the book in the doorway. But definitely gonna have to do an achievement run. In Dragonflight, towards the end of the season, we were running achievement runs instead of the normal raid. So we were trying for the purple cat mount. Got a ton of pets from those achievement runs. Sadly, I never got the mage hat. Also, I didn't love the achievement mount. That's like a blue mosquito. It does kind of look like a blue mosquito. But it's like bragging rights. I'm gonna figure out really quick why our music is not working. Let's see. Let's play the... Let's play the League of Legends inspired playlist. Play that one. Is it a fancy feast? Ain't nobody gonna brag with that mount. In a couple years, they will. When everybody's like, oh, where'd you get that mount? I still do that about Dragonflight or Shadowlands mounts. I'm like, where did you get that? I have not went back and I want to go back to Plaguefall and try to get the Plaguefall mount. Wait, we are going to pull this boss, but then we have somebody joining after this boss. Pulling the mount, or not the mount. Now I've got mount in my head, pulling the boss. Remember, if you get a purple circle on you, you want to stand close to one of the eggs that are close to the blood. For 15 seconds, we're going to take AoE damage from the boss, and there are going to be purple circles on the ground. Don't stand in any of the purple circles, and make sure you're using defensive for the AoE damage from the boss. As a Death Knight, you can use your anti-magic shield or your anti-magic zone to help the party out. Taunt boss. Purple circles. Break the eggs closest to the blood. On normal difficulty, you're only going to get to maybe 3 circles. So you want to make sure that you always break the eggs closest to blood on normal difficulty. On heroic difficulty, it is actually more complicated. You have to make sure, okay, 1, kill the parasites or they're going to infect people, and that's just terrible. On heroic difficulty, it's actually a certain order. You have to kill 3 eggs, then 4 eggs, then 4 eggs. And they will have the eggs assigned to which eggs you're going to kill and in which order. Now, like in normal, the blood circles are random, so you can't actually tell which people are going to get the blood circles. Yep, no, we're not doing this song. I feel like that song is on every playlist. Nice. Focus down those parasites. The reason the parasites are the priority target is because the parasites pick a random target and infect that target. Once that target's infected, 2 more parasites will come out of them after 8 seconds. And yeah, that sounds terrible. It is terrible. So you want to make sure you kill those parasites as quickly as possible so that they don't keep multiplying and we don't continue to get more parasites. %23 left on the boss. 2 more sets of eggs. Interrupt. Oh boy, that spider's eating our party. There's 1 more bloodworm up. Oh, nice. Hunter will just solo it. It's fine. Pass on the stuff, we actually don't need it. Right, we are on our way to the Silken Court. Hold on, gotta look. I should have given somebody assist to start with the markers for the healers on the next boss. I'm a-coming, I'm a-coming. Arguably, the spider boss is a little bit cute, though. I think the Maldraxxus flies were worse. No Mass Dispel for this. Forgot about that. You've been using your priest to Mass Dispel this one. What is Severed Strands at now? I don't actually know the answer to that. One second. Check Discord. Oh, that's Silken Strands. Silken Strands this up here. Yeah, mine's at 18. The guy I was waiting for is already in the group. Or they whisper me their AOTC achievement and then they leave after they join. So I'm thinking they didn't realize this was normal. But we are listed as normal. I double checked. Actually gonna editing. There we go. Yeah. I'm not entirely sure. Not entirely sure what's up there. Eh. Okay, we're gonna have to remove this guy. Is he in this room? Because if he's in this room, then he'll definitely be back. No. I hate kicking players because they're offline. Actually, I just generally don't like kicking people. I said that in the raid chat once, and this guy, he said, pass me lead, I'll do it. I passed him lead, and he kicked somebody. Then he kicked another guy, and I had to fix that. That was bad. Don't pass people lead if they say that. Waiting a second. Our paladin is away, but we need 3 healers at least, so we have to wait for him. We're gonna update our listing so that it says at Silkran. Silken. Everyone is ready. Countdown. 2, 1. Calling the boss. I get one of the bosses. Careful with the green. I forgot about the green. Don't overlap with the green circles. Ads are up. Focus down the ads. Don't step in the webs. The webs are there to stop a noob from charging. So we'll need 2 people to step in the webs and then stretch them across a noob's path to keep a noob from crashing into the wall and killing the party. Oh dang. Nice. Shaman's got it. My bad. Taunted the wrong boss. Watch the frontal. If you stand in the frontal, you're going to be put on a spike. You want to make sure that you do not stand on that frontal. Careful of the new circles. He phased already. Alright, so we phased Takaj, so Takaj is in the middle. Do not stand on the first web that he sprayed out. Remember that his webs... Okay, out of the webs. His webs are going to break in 4 parts. So you want to count them out. There's web 1, web 2, web 3, and then web 4. When web 4 releases, web 1 will break. You want to go towards web 1 if possible. If not, stay in web 4 until web 2 releases and then go into web 2. So that's web 1, web 2, web 3, web 4. Out of the webs if possible. Yeah, that's... I stood in the webs when I said that. That was funny, actually. Careful with the ads. Focus down the ads. Frontal. Don't stand on the frontal. Remember, if you stand on the frontal, you'll be put on a spike. Save the warlock. Pulling in. Break your webs. On the last phase, we are going to have to save webs because we will no longer get webs on the floor. But during this phase, we're good to just break our webs. Go to the center if you need a dispel. If you don't need the dispel, don't stand on the center. Okay, this might be a wipe. Use a defensive. So if you don't get the dispel, everybody's going to get knocked back and take a lot of damage. You want to make sure that you get to the center as quickly as possible so the healers have plenty of time to get the dispel done. A noob is phased. Focus down these ads. Alright, careful not to stand in any of the brown circles. These brown circles, just like a noob's frontal, will put you on a spike. You don't want to be on a spike. If you are on a spike, then the party's gonna have to come and free you. Gotta go free him. There we go. So as soon as this shield is broken, we phase this boss and we get out of this phase with all the brown circles. I mean, this is actually kind of an interesting mechanic, whoever thought of it, with all the circles. Lots of people on the spikes. Break the spikes. There's a guy across the way in the spike. There we go. Focus the noob. As much damage as you can. Why am I not doing damage? %, left. Alright, forget the wipe. We're fine. Alright, keep one set of webs. Oh, we're good. We just out-damaged the mechanic. After that phase, you want to make sure that you keep one set of webs so that you can net the boss, because no new nets are going to show, or no new webs are going to show up after that phase. We're going to update this really quick so it says Queen. Careful not to stay on the tiny frontal. So this is not a boss fight. These are just like mini bosses on our way to the Queen. Did we res that guy or did we leave that guy dead back there? Alright, I'm moving the 3 guys from group 5 into group 1, 2, 3. Oh wait, there's 1 healer in group 1. How did I miss him the first time? Alright, so I'm moving them into 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. So you'd be 2. You can be 3, and you're gonna be 4. Actually, all gonna be 4. There we go. And then you are going to be Star and Moon. Platform is going to be Moon and Star. I don't think that's actually centered to where it's supposed to go. Might just be an opinion, but I feel like the spikes should be lined up with the gem there. Sorry, I'm a bit distracted with the work at the same time. Multitasking like crazy. Yeah, you're doing 3 things at once. Well, thank you for coming to the community raid, because it's awesome that you were able to join us. I wanted it straight. Yeah, I wanted to see the raid first time here. Oh, nice. Well, we're gonna have to rerun the first boss sometime, because that way you get the full raid clear. We'll get the queen kill. I need to figure out who can do pops, because there's gonna be a green circle, and this green circle is going to save the entire raid, or we all get poisoned. So I just need somebody who can do it. Nanny Bear says he will do pops. Right, so we are going to put him, oh, it's a healer. unit, you're gonna be diamond. Moon might be more out of the way, but I'm pretty sure diamond gets removed in the next phase to go into the ads, so then it'll be out of the way of our healer. Did our tank come back? No. Okay. Tank says he is back. How do you get up here so fast? Right, ready, checking. But the raid has been going very well, so. Everyone is ready. Countdown. Pulling in 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pulling the boss. So right here, during Liquefy, you want to try to bait the poison towards the back side of the boss. On normal difficulty, it doesn't really matter as much as on Heroic. On Heroic, there's going to be a lot of poison. You want to make sure that the poison goes between the boss and the previous poison. Green circle. You want to take the green circle just to the edge of the map so that the entire party can see where it is. Everybody inside of the green circle. So Nanny Bear is on the pop. During the pop, you want to just make sure that you do the pop at the last second, or 2 seconds, depends on where your pop is. Realistically, you want to do it at the last second, right before she hits her poison. Liquefy again, you want to bait that, keep that close to the boss. It looks like stacked webs. It looks like on normal they don't leave the green poison everywhere, but I could have sworn they did. On Heroic difficulty, the green poison's going to drop on everybody who has one of those green circles. So you want to make sure you're baiting that close to the other poison. Circle. Place the circle on the outer edge. Watch the webs. Oh boy. Step in the circle. I did not see how that happened. Careful with the bomb. Take the bomb out. Watch the poison. Gotta be kidding me. How exactly did you get thrown off the edge? On my screen, it just looked like you flew off the edge somehow. Phase the boss. Alright, first phase is going to be a pull. You want to stand away from the boss. Do not stand too close to the boss because he's going to pull you under him. If you get pulled under him, he will eat you. He'll one-shot you. Pull right now. Alright, now you want to turn around and focus the boss. Still do not step underneath the boss. Stepping underneath the boss will result in your death. During this phase, we want to break his shield as quick as possible. Pull again. You have 5 seconds to get away from the boss. Or we'll just phase him. Alright. Odds star, evens moon. Make sure you're at your correct sides. At about 20% on the ads, it's too late. Don't try to cross the road. Just stay wherever you are. Stay between the boss, the circle, and the platform. Oh boy. You know in Jumanji when he's like, did I get you killed because I talk too slow? Like you always said I would. Alright, be careful with the beam. Pull on odds. Careful not to get pulled off the edge. Also, do not step on the bridge during the pull because it is really easy to get pulled off the edge on the bridge. Go straight up, don't stop on that bridge. Break the shield. I moved away to avoid the person with the puddle. Then they moved and I couldn't get out quick enough. And they bought me. Gotcha. The puddle hit you over the edge. Okay. Straight up the bridge again. No, I totally missed that. Honestly, if I were to describe it, re-describe it, it looked like you jumped off the edge, but you jumped way higher than a gnome could jump, so it made no sense. Stand between the circle and the final platform. Focus, do as much damage as you can to the boss during this phase because this is 11 seconds of free damage. It's actually a good idea to use hero here. It's also the last time you can use Abomination Limbs as a Death Knight. After this, only use Abomination Limbs if you're standing away from the boss, because otherwise you'll pull the... Me warning. No. You get to run out the ads. I'm not running out those ads. I would rather deal with the increased damage than deal with the ads. %, left on the boss. Portals, we want one portal inside, one portal outside. Doesn't matter which is which. Nice. We're gonna kill him before the portals are relevant, but what you want to do during the portals is you just want to go through one portal and jump over the circle. So that you don't get hit by the circle. Thank you for coming to the raid. Jeff's side. Yeah, honestly, today went super well. Thanks for bringing me. It was good to shake off the rust. Well, glad you had a chance to shake off the rust, because today's raid went very well. So we one-shot all of the bosses, we one-phased most of the bosses, and we cleared it in We're an hour and 42 minutes into the stream, which means we probably cleared an hour and 20 minutes in, I want to say. I have to check the recap, see how long exactly it took us to clear the raid. But I will post it in the Discord to see how fast we cleared the raid.